Welcome to this week 4 with me and Celle celebration. Welcome, Celle.
Tackar. Thank you very much.
Slipping in a little bit of Swedish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live here from the farm where we work with deep personal health transformations and just changing people's lives on an everyday basis. Taking people through the process of making significant changes in their lives, basically. So we support personal, emotional freedom and any kind of physical, emotional, or spiritual challenges that can be in the way of living our best lives here at Living with the Spirit. So today we have the 4-week mark on Celle's 12-week journey. So you've finished 4 weeks already.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing? And that was
amazing.
initially, that was your initial mark. You were going to stay for 1 month.
Yeah.
So maybe let's talk a little bit of that.
Sure. Quickly realized coming here that time was an essential factor to healing, and really, honoring myself and giving myself that gift of staying for 3 months, like I was, which was what I wanted coming here, because I had followed you and Living with Spirit for quite a while and listening to a lot of testimonials, and I know many people have been doing it 3 months, and then you really see like a transformation, and that was what I was longing for.
Here you are.
It's 4 weeks in, and it's also 22 days of use fasting today. So that is the big wow for me. Yeah. It's pretty incredible, actually. Starting to sink in a little bit.
Yeah, you're doing incredible. I mean, I have to say I'm super impressed by the work. And today we will do like a recap of the results that you've had for 1 month. And the fasting has definitely been a part of this, because we made the decision of taking you to a deep fast to give your GI tract like a significant rest and a significant opportunity to heal, and doing everything that is included in our style of detox here. It's the physical, emotional, and spiritual detox. And so you'll be entering your final week of fasting this. So we will wrap it up at the end of the mid end week. So we're transitioning out of the fast this week. So we will talk a little bit more about that next week. But today we will talk about the results that you've had from coming in here, and by the 4-week mark, which will be very interesting, because the changes are significant.
Yeah, definitely.
Very much. Yeah.
It's so rewarding to actually see those and experience those physical, very tangible improvements, and being like, there is a lot of things shifting and moving and improving. And after being very dedicated to my own healing journey for 2.5 years with a very, very clean diet and extremely clean lifestyle, I was sober for like 2 years, and stepped away from my old life to step into this healing journey. And after 2.5 years, I was definitely better, but I was still struggling with the same stomach pains that I was from in the beginning. So it was like such slow improvements. And then here in 1 month's time, I'm basically rid of the stomach pains. Like, it is incredible. And I must say that, like, before coming here, when I arrived here, I have like waves of cramps, and they would come at night or in the morning or during the day, and it would be everything from 10 times to 20 times. It was just kept me like locked into this grip of pain coming and going, and now they're all gone. And those type of pains I've had for like 2.5 years. I had daily stomach pains and cramps, never letting go. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Yeah, good work. I mean, you're doing the work. I mean, we guide you, but you have to allow and implement, so the hat is off for you. And just being pain free is such a relief. It's just such a big shift for the whole system.
Yeah,
So
gosh.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I mean, you do still have some pains, but they have all been connected to deeper sessions that we have done. And when like the leg, the leg work, and
Yeah,
just moving this old stagnant energy, and then the body's go-to move is to store everything in the stomach. But now it's not a storage anymore; it's a
yeah,
transition place. So
yeah.
you know what to do with it.
That was an absolutely incredible experience because I have experienced almost 5 to 7 days of pain-free life. Then I had like a deep tissue like leg massage by Simba that really I have known for a long time that I've had a lot of stagnation in my legs, and I see this on both my mother's and my father's side as well. And that kind of like got the energy moving. And you were telling me, yeah, this might, Simba said, this might get things moving quite a lot. And I was like, okay, feel pretty good. That was an amazing experience. And then at night, already starting in the evening, there was like severe stomach pains, and I was like, oh no, it's coming back. But then I kind of like could like relax into it, remember that when I breathe, I allow the energy to keep moving because I don't tense up or freeze up or like just hang in there. But I was actually working with the energy, and so that experience has really, so without question, showed me that like emotions, what are they? They're energy in motion, right?
Yeah.
And when we start get the energy moving up from the legs, like you said, where do the energy goes? The body does what it's used to, goes into the stomach, and there's actually processing.
Yeah.
So instead of me seeing the cramps as like, wow, there's something is seriously wrong in there, and being all worried, I now understand that my gut is my emotional processing hub, and the body's transfer the energy there. I'm aware of stuff is happening. I can work with my body and I can release it. It's like such a like puzzle piece
Yeah.
for me. This is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. And also the fact that, as you shared, like things have come up at night for you. So this has meant that you've had deep insomnia for years, and just the loop that you get stuck in when you don't sleep. It's because the sleep is such a big part of the body's self-healing mechanism. So when you don't get to sleep, you also go in a downward facing spiral. So we've been working with the sleep, and now it also for a bunch of days you've been getting significant rest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very stable sleep, and the best sleep I've had in years and years,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
And this has arrived on week 4. So we've been working with it during the other weeks, but now things are starting to fall into place a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. This is gonna, yeah. Yeah, so much fun. It's so much fun,
It is.
to help people get their lives back. That's
Yeah, and
super
it's very
rewarding.
nice to be able to celebrate it
Yeah.
each week on this podcast
Yeah.
and to reflect on what happened, because when you're in it, you're going through it. It's heavy work. It's like a lot of things outside of my comfort zone, and there's struggles and up and down. And then here on Mondays, I can really, wow, I was like, wow, that was an interesting week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also like when that we can do these recaps and really look at, okay, how far have we come? So it's amazing. And one of the things that I know that has been a little bit challenging for you is, so when you came here, you said I want to come in connection with my emotions because I feel I'm not feeling them. So we knew that they were a significant part of the stomach situation, so to speak. So yeah, there's no more not being in contact with emotions.
Yep. Yeah, that was a thick layer that I had that Simba defined in such clear words that I'm feeling that I'm not feeling. It took me about 3 weeks to work through that layer that was filled with that and hopelessness and helplessness and anxiety. And now, so I was a lot in my like, I can't feel, I don't know, and I have no answer, that kind of vibe, you know, and what's happening on my inside that is. And then now I'm like, oh, I can feel. And
Yeah.
that is a huge shift.
Yeah.
And my whole body is kind of like relaxing into that knowing and
Yeah.
allowing more feels to be felt.
Yeah, you're having emotional releases left and right now. So
Yeah, pretty much. Still getting used to the cycle and the process. It's not easy, but it's just like I'm so grateful every time it breaks through, you know. Many
yeah,
times I cry a lot and many times I shake a lot, and yeah, it feels so refreshing. Yeah.
yeah, and that's also why I wanted to do this recap, to really look at, okay, what is it? What are the significant things that is going on, and to see the connection between the emotional release and the improvement of the gut, and that it's all tied together, and that we're getting these results when we're doing the work. And I always say that it's a short-term suffering for long-term freedom. So yeah.
Yeah.
And this also brings us into the nervous system, because when you came, we realized you were in quite a deep blue zone. And I'm really amazed actually how fast this progress, because it can take a long time for the body to get out of the freeze. And just when you say I can't, that is like a direct connection to the blue zone. And the go-to I can means we're getting out of the blue zone. Like I feel capable, I feel empowered, I feel I'm strong, I feel I can do this, and like giving you the tools and the knowledge. And that's also why it takes a little bit of time to really, teach the body, like, it's okay,
Yeah.
I'm safe, it's okay,
Yeah. Yeah, can you explain to everybody that's listening what the blue zone is and the polar vagal curve?
Yeah. So a short one.
Yes, please.
So it's we work, so here at Living with the Spirit, we work deeply with the autonomic nervous system. And when the autonomic nervous system is activated, we go into the fight or flight. I feel many people are aware of the fight or flight response in the body. What people might not be aware of is the next step. If we are very activated for a long period of time, or if we start to get activated, usually as children, then we have this escape route to go to, because it's too much. It's too much for us. It's too much, and we don't know what to do with it. And then we go up to the blue zone, the dissociation. It's also called the freeze zone. And that's when we start to shut off. And this can be expressed in many, many different ways. And people pleasing is one of them. It's like a response. So because I don't know what to do, I don't know how to express myself, I don't know how to speak my truth, I don't know how to set boundaries, then I will just adapt to my surroundings. And so that's just one way of what can happen in the freeze zone. But it's also the fact that we shut off from what we feel in the body, because we just, for different reasons, we are not equipped, or we can't handle it, and that's a belief system, and that's a result of the environment that we've been in, and things that happens to us. So once we start to get out of that, then we start to come in contact and connect back to the body, and the feeling of safety, and that it's safe again to feel.
Yeah, and it's
The
also in
process.
this red zone that is that the emotions do come up.
Yeah.
So we do feel we're feeling safe to feel emotions, but there also can also be very super intense emotional layers to work through until we get to the green zone of groundedness, presence, joy, where we want to live from, and where the body is in balance and the self-healing organism can work at peace.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the journey. It's like the journey to safety, journey to peace, journey to abundance, journey to harmony, journey to self, journey to creativity. Everything is down there. So that's such a massive part of what we do. And when we are activated or in the blue zone, then it's very difficult to connect to the body and connect to intuition, or what I want to do, what is right for me.
Yeah.
And we can be in different levels and different stages in the different so everyone's different, but
and we can be highly functioning blue zone people as well.
Yeah, as Simba calls us.
Yeah.
Maybe not us, but she says like, yeah, it's highly functional blue zoners, and that's how many people live. And it's no shame in that. It's just a result of a very high pressure society that we live in, and people they don't know how to do it, but you can learn how to do it, and then you can navigate from that space. So, I mean, that's what you are here to do. Learn how you can do this on your own.
Yeah.
And speaking about the future, we've mentioned a couple of times that one of the biggest things that you experienced the last couple of weeks was massive fear of the future. So how's it going with it? How's the future nowadays?
Yeah, so the fear was very much based in me planning my future and having control over my future, optimizing my future. And I really noticed that it was a massive escape coping mechanism to, as soon as I was starting to feel emotions, zoop, thinking about the future, something pretty that I want to do, or na, and letting go of that was like losing a leg to like stand upon, because it's been a massive part of my survival strategy. And and now this week you and me worked together, and we were looking at the future from a new perspective, let's call it that. And because one of my big brain hurdles was, where am I going to live when I come back to Sweden? And I had like 3 places I was like rotating in between, comparing, no. And then with your coaching, I took a step back and like, what are my intentions? What are my important factors that I really want to like embrace into my future, so I can live a self-healing lifestyle? And then things became just so much clearer, and then I have an open idea to a location, and I have committed to settle down for up to 3 years in one location. And that is a huge commitment for me, because I haven't lived, like now I'm 3 months in one place, and I haven't been 3 consecutive months in one place for like 2 years. And before that I was 3 years in one spot, and before that I was moving every year. So I've really been on the move for like 15 years. But it feels like such a nice decision. I have to say. And I also have a plan for what am I going to do for the next 6 months when I get back, with education, studies, building my business. And so, those are like some really big like cornerstones. But I'm also not, I'm very conscious of not allowing my mind to go into micromanage. Just having that overview, I feel safe, and then be open for the universe to create with me.
It was a massive shift, this whole future thing. So once we started to work with that and started to connect the decisions to the body, and then it was just easy, and it was like breaking a spell almost. It was a deep go-to move. It was a deep pattern and habit that we managed to break and to replace with grounding and harmony instead, and trust. Yeah, it was a beautiful touch.
Yeah, and it was definitely time for me to embrace some new perspectives, and so I'm very happy about that. And it feels, slowly letting go of the fear, because it's a continuous process, and observing myself, and starting to feel this little feeling of curiosity. Ooh, instead of being like, what's going to happen? What can go wrong?
Yeah.
It's more like, I'm curious. How will this be? Doing something new.
Yeah.
From a new place, and creating from that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a journey.
Yeah. And before we round off for today, we also have some celebrations about parasites, more parasites leaving the system.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a phenomenal.
Yep.
I mean, if that's not connected to gut health, I don't know. Like physical, tangible results, like organisms leaving the body.
Oh, brr.
Yeah. And you also mentioned the feeling of being seen and feeling supported and feeling loved. And would you mind sharing a little bit more about that?
Yeah, gladly. Because here, the space that you, Simba and Mark, create, it's like utterly nurturing, loving, caring, supportive. And you're like holding this container for me to be myself, and whatever comes up is okay. And you're encouraging me as well to like let go of what you think is appropriate or not. And for me to have emotional releases, like in front of people, like in front of several people, like at lunch or at a class, that's like healing something very, very deep within, because I have never really felt safe to do that. And here it's just happening, and I can feel that this is shifting a lot for me. I'm not so afraid to show my emotions anymore, because there's nothing holding them back like before. And this work wouldn't be possible if you were not so committed to providing that safe container, and really allowing my whole me and my body and my nervous system to feel safe. And then more can be released, and more things can happen. It's so clear. So thank you.
Thank you. I mean, you're doing so great work. It's it doesn't work if the person is not motivated and wanting to do the process. But it's so clear when you want to do the work that it works. It's just so clear, and it's so beautiful to watch. It's like it's this transformation, the caterpillar to the butterfly, and just allowing yourself to be you, and having a space to figure that out. Like, who am I behind all of these patterns and things and behaviors and programming and traumas, and like, who am I without it's like Simba says, like, tension is who you think you should be, relaxation is who you are. Like, just allowing yourself to be who you are in the moment, and that, like, truly feeling that you are worth it, and that you are enough, and welcome as you are. That's how we want people to feel. So and thank you for sharing.
My pleasure.
All right, another week in the books. So next week we will come back with a little bit deeper discussion about the detox, or we will see what comes up during the week. And September 4, we will share everything that we do about the gut health, the connection between the physical, emotional, and spiritual. And we will give you all the tools of what we do and how we do it, for you to be able to create your own program from the comfort of your own home. I mean, of course, you can't get the physical treatments and stuff, but you can get the outline and the philosophies and the methods and the protocols and the tools, to have significant change from the comfort of your own home. And we will also, so this will be launched September 4. We will host a free masterclass about the topic on August 14, I think. Stay tuned for more information. And if you have any questions about what we do, just reach out, and you can read more at livingwithspirit.com. Yeah, that's it for today.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.